Welcome to CFC Fan TV, everybody. I'm delighted to be joined by the one and only Akeem from Cheekysport. Akeem, thank you so much for coming on. We are obviously here to discuss Chelsea versus Manchester United.
For sure.
Feeling good?
Do you know what? I'm probably more optimistic than most Man United fans at the moment.
It's been said.
Yeah, it's been said. Obviously, a lot of people are expecting a battering to keep the score down, stuff like that. I think always be surprised when it's Mourinho. So I'm pretty much excited for the game, win, lose or draw.
And what do you think? Do you think you're open to a win? Can that happen?
It's unlikely. But look, I think if we come out with a score draw, which is realistic, we'll take it. But
right.
I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked, yeah. But I wouldn't be shocked if we did win, to be honest with you. And I mean that with no disrespect.
I know what you mean. I mean
that with no disrespect to Chelsea, but it's because of the manager that we've got and because of our type of players are the type of players, and it is a big if, but if they play their best, they can be anyone.
Yeah, I think that is true. With regard to Mourinho, obviously he's a man who we all know very, very well.
Every Chelsea fan randomly hates now. All of a sudden hates Mourinho.
Do you know what? I think there's some truth in that. I don't think Chelsea fans are particularly fond of him, and I'm part of that. But I will forever be thankful and forever be he will forever occupy a little place in my heart for what he did for Chelsea Football Club.
Because I heard a lot of people say that he's not even one of your best managers of all time and stuff like that.
He's certainly our best ever manager. He's certainly our best ever manager. He's won 3 Premier League titles. It's ridiculous how intertwined in our history he is.
Yeah.
Do I love him now? Not, but I will forever be thankful for what he did. Is he the right man for Manchester United now? God, that pause tells 1,000 words, doesn't it?
But you know what? Look, I think everyone whether they're a Man United fan or not, needs to remember that this problem's far deeper than Mourinho. Win, lose or draw, whether Mourinho wins the title this year, which obviously is not going to happen, or he gets sacked tomorrow.
But why is it deeper for Mourinho? Why wasn't it deeper for Van Gaal? It wasn't deeper for Van Gaal. It wasn't deeper for Moyes.
No, but here's the point. When things happen as a pattern, okay, you start to realise the issue is bigger. So, for example, randomly, a big issue, Falcao. When Falcao, as an example, when he came to Man United, everyone thought it must be the way he's being managed because he's so good. It must be the formation because he's so good. It must be motivation of being in England. Yeah. Everyone thought the excuses. He then went to 2 other clubs, and 3 years later, he's been awful. Yeah. So then you can now see the problem is with Falcao, not with the clubs. It's
a very good point.
And I think now we can look back and realise, since Alex Ferguson left, there's been a real issue with Manchester United actually even stringing, 8 to 10 games in a row winning. Yeah. There's been a massive issue. Van Gaal, let's not forget, Mourinho or not, Van Gaal is one of the greatest managers of all time. Yeah. And he was poor for 2 years. Yeah. So I think that's the way we should see it.
Do you know what I find quite interesting?
Glazers.
Well, Glazers do get a lot of stick, and I forever read articles, and don't get me wrong, I respect that as a Chelsea fan, I could never tell a Man United fan how to feel about a situation. And I hate it when other clubs tell me that I should love Benitez because of what he did for Chelsea. I was like, you don't have a clue, just keep out of it. Sure. And that's how I feel about the Glazers. I don't know enough about the situation. Yeah. But what I often read is that they pull money out of the club. They're not investing the way they should. They don't run the club the way they should. But then you go out and buy Pogba. Or then you go out and smash a ridiculous amount of money on Alexis Sanchez. So from the outside looking in, it does look like you spend good money. It does look like he runs a club quite well. What's going on?
I think Man United like to make marquee signings every year. So they try to become the Barcelona or Real Madrid where
the Galactico in.
Get the Galactico in. And Pogba one year was that, and Sanchez was that Galactico in that sense, especially because of the crucial play.
City wanted him.
Yeah, and it was firstly the City wanted him. That was one smart one, and also you took him off an old rival. Arsenal. It was a double win, even beyond his ability. Even if he was absolute rubbish, it was a very smart win. Just like when City done it with Robinho, and
they did it to us.
And don't forget they done that with Aguero. Aguero was highly speculated to go to Man United.
Yeah, well, and Robinho had. For everything that we understood, Robinho had signed for Chelsea.
He
was a Chelsea player.
Exactly. But Chelsea done the same back when Chelsea and Man United were neck and neck with Pedro and a lot of players.
But it was a time when Chelsea,
the Pedro thing did hurt.
We did it with Pedro, but I remember sort of back in the day when we were really splashing the cash. Like I'm pretty sure we signed Scott Parker just so nobody else could. Like Scott Parker wasn't really going to be a starting player for Chelsea, but he probably would have started for Arsenal. So we were like, no. Come and play for us.
He played with my brother actually. Random fact.
Really?
Scott Parker, yeah.
He's from your neck of the woods, isn't he?
Yeah.
Nice. No, obviously
player.
Manchester I'm talking about. 'Cause
Oh,
you mentioned-
yeah, of course. We're only an hour and a half away from on the train. But yeah, look, okay, for Mourinho though, cut him some slack, win, lose or draw. It's an away game against Chelsea. Okay.
Would he have been sacked against Newcastle if it had finished 2-0 to Newcastle? The silence, man.
Maybe. But again, if he got sacked, let's not think that Zidane all of a sudden, and this is what really annoys me, Rory, is that people say, get Zidane in. Give it to Zidane. Okay, but Zidane, let's just remember, okay, yes, he's won 3 Champions Leagues in a row. He's had a...
You can't dismiss that, mate. You can't say it like that.
And I can't dismiss that. But let's remember that he did have a absolute dire La Liga campaign. He finished 3rd. He could have finished 5th, to be honest, if it weren't for 2 or 3 games. That's
and he had Superman himself scoring goals.
And he had
up front.
Superman. Let's just be clear. It's unacceptable for you to be 15 to 18 points behind Barcelona at any point. It doesn't matter.
It's always unacceptable unless you then win the Champions League.
It is, yes. But here's the point. My point is that he's had 3 great years, 100%. But is he a proven manager that is 100% better than Ancelotti, Van Gaal, Mourinho, and managers?
He's
of
the
that
future,
sort?
though,
he's
isn't
not.
he? He's the future.
Yeah, we hope he is.
No, but everybody that you've just compared him to,
you're saying
you're talking about a generation above him. What Zidane achieved, 3 Champions Leagues in a row.
Yeah.
Is so mental. It's so impressive. I think that people dismiss things too often. Do you know what else I think gets dismissed? I saw a poll that was going around about the greatest ever Premier League teams, and Arsenal's Invincibles became the greatest ever team. I was like, how can people overlook Man United's treble?
Yeah, of course.
But people do, and I think that people forget how amazing winning a treble is. If you win 1 trophy in a season, it's wicked.
100%.
If you win 2, it's mental. If you win 3, you are like trailblazing.
Well, that's why no one literally in the Premier League era has done what Man United's done, where they've won the actual 3, the golden. And then
they then retain the league the following year.
Exactly.
It's outrageously impressive, but that's how I feel a bit about Zidane and the Champions League. Does it? So people go, oh yeah, he may have won 3 Champions Leagues in a row, but nah, mate.
No, it's easy to forget. Yeah, I get that, and he does deserve respect. I'm just a little bit worried that his experience may, he hasn't had a long enough career to assign a true pattern to him. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a little bit like, okay, Mo Salah, when he scored 42 goals, which was incredible, by the way. And by the way, he's a winger. He's not even a centre forward. To do that, even if he scores 15 goals this season, is incredible. So I'm not taking it away from Mo Salah, but just to put into perspective of how good Messi and Ronaldo has been.
Yeah, I know, because it's the consistency.
He has to do that for 15 more years.
Yeah.
At that level, to even get close to those 2. So I think sometimes, people get excited about Mbappe, Salah, because obviously the Ballon d'Or...
they don't give enough respect. They don't give enough respect,
Please, people have to understand how good Messi and Ronaldo... I know we're not talking about that, but these guys, when they retire, you're going to realise you're never going to see in your lifetime 2 players for 15 years be that good.
Nobody else has won I think nobody else has won a Ballon d'Or since Kaká.
Yeah,
it's been one of those...
2007. Back to back since then.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, isn't it? That is absolutely ridiculous. So do you know what? This has been really, really interesting, Akeem. But just before we finish up, Chelsea. Are you scared? Yeah. Who are you scared of?
Look, I really like Chelsea. I'll be honest, in the sense that I like the way that they've look. Let's just be long story short. In the summer, when everyone was laughing at them and saying they've got no signings, laughing at you would have the joke and a laugh alongside Tottenham.
Of course, yeah.
And I always said, if they keep hold of at least one of the 3,
we were slow in the summer.
If
That's
not 2 of the 3,
we were really slow.
100%. If you keep hold of out of Kante, Courtois, and Hazard, if you keep hold of 2 of those 3, one way or another, you're in the title race. I said that before anything. And the fact is, you kept hold of the 2 that is actually better.
The better, yeah.
100%.
So do you think we're in
I think you're in the title race, and I think, to be honest with you, I would want you to win the league, if Arsenal...
Stop the other 2.
Arsenal, Liverpool and City, no chance. I would prefer Tottenham or Chelsea winning the league rather than the other 3. But, end of the day, I like Chelsea, the way they've gone about their business. I think Jorginho's an exceptional player. Exceptional. Morata and the Giroud problem... That's where I think you're going to come unstuck, because I think when Hazard's smoked out, like he has been in the last couple of weeks sometimes, you're not going to score.
I think you have hit the nail on the head. My fear is a lack of goals. But hopefully Not on Saturday morning, mate. I'm going to see you down there.
Yeah, of course. But
Mate, thank you
your
so
predictions?
much. 3-1 Chelsea.
Come on.
You?
Come on, Tino.
Mate, thank
Tino
you so
Man
much.
United.
Make sure you check Akeem out. He's on Cheeky Sport. The link to his channel is in the description below. And I'll see you all at the bridge on Saturday morning.